Hello students, good morning all of you. I hope you all are doing great. In previous class we have already discussed about the features of microprocessor, and that was the introduction class of our microprocessor. But in today's class we will discuss about the components of your microprocessor. The components of microprocessor. Okay. Then microprocessor typical consist of, it is a, I have already told you people that it is a single chip, okay, inside the computer. It is the single chip inside the computer which operations are performing inside the computer, that all the operations are executed by your microprocessor. Clear? It is just a single chip, and microprocessor typically consisting of microprocessor typically consists of three components. Basically it consists of three components. First one is your register, second one is your ALU, arithmetic logic unit, and third one is your timing and control unit, or control circuit. Okay, clear? Your microprocessor consists of three components. Basically it consists of three components. First one is your register, second one is your arithmetic logic unit, and third one is your timing and control circuit. Okay, then I have already told you it is a single chip. This is your microprocessor chip. It is a single chip. Inside this chip, your register, arithmetic logical unit, and your timing and control circuit is present. Not outside. Inside this chip, these three components are present. Okay. Then let's start. What is your register? What is the function of your register? It is a temporary storage device. Means register is a temporary storage device. कुछ भी डाटा, whatever data we are sending inside the registers, whatever data is saving inside the register, it will save for a temporary time, not permanent time, not for long term. It will save for the short term. Okay. So your register is a temporary storage device. Then your ALU, arithmetic logic unit. Okay. It performs all the arithmetic and logical operation. It means what? In this circuit, in the ALU, it performs all the arithmetic and logical operation. It means all the mathematical operations can be executed here. Okay. Then last one is your timing and control circuit. It keeps all other part of the system, including your register, arithmetic logical unit, your memory, input output device. It makes all the other systems, all the other components of the system to working together in a right sequence. It means what? Your timing and control circuit always help to do any function, to executing any function together at a same manner and a particular time sequence. It always help to do that operation. Okay. It keeps all other parts of the system, including your register, ALU, memory, input output device, working together in right time sequence. In right time sequence. Okay. What is the function of your register? Register is a temporary storage device. It is a temporary storage device who whatever data we are sending inside it, it will store for a short term, not long term. And your arithmetic logical unit, it performs all the arithmetic or logical operation, means all the mathematical operation. And your timing and control circuit, it always help to execute any functions or any components they are working inside the chip, and timing and control circuit helps them to working together in a right time sequence. Okay, timing and control circuits function is to help them working together in a right time sequence. And just like your other components are your register, arithmetic logical unit, memory input output device. Okay, clear? Then next. Okay, now we will see in your microprocessor chip is connected with which components. Okay, your microprocessor chips is connected with which components. Your first component is your input component. Okay, input devices. And basically your input device work is your input devices used to give input data to your microprocessor. Okay, your output device function is, it is used to provide the result at the display screen. Okay, your input device function is to use to give input data to the microprocessor. Whatever data we are operating, whatever function we are operating, we need some input data. Without input data, how can we operate the function? So input device work is to give input data to the microprocessor. And what is the output functions? What is the function of your output device? Your output device always provide the output data, which data we are calculating, and finally which data we are getting it, so it display their data in the screen. Okay, this is the function of your output device. Then next is your memory device. We all know memory is always used to store the data. It is always used to store the data. And always remember one thing, your memory device is always bidirectional. But rest components are your input output device, your output device, these are your unidirectional, but your memory is your bidirectional. It can access in input and it can also access in your output. Okay, I am doing a circuit diagram. Okay, this is a diagram. In this diagram we will see it is divided into 4 parts. Okay, this is your ALU. No, this is not 4 parts. This we can also draw it in 3 parts. This is your arithmetic logical unit. Oh, sorry. Ignore this line. This is your register. And this is your timing and control unit circuit. Okay. Then this is the diagram. This is your inside the chip. Here is present your arithmetic logic unit. This is your register. This is your timing and control circuit. And this side, this is your input device. And this is your output device. Okay, I am doing it again clearly. Okay. This is your arithmetic logic unit. This is your register. and this is your timing and control circuit, and your in this side this is your input device, and this is your output device, and this is your memory unit. Okay, let's see. Inside the chip, this is the microprocessor chip, and it is a single chip. Inside the chip, three components are present: your arithmetic logical unit, your registers, and your timing and control circuit. And see, this is your input device. Input device work is to give data for any function or any operation, and this is unidirectional. Okay, and this is your output device. Whatever output we are getting, it will show the data, it will show the result on the screen. Okay, this is your output device, and this is your memory unit. See, this is bidirectional. It can memory means it can access in input also and in output also, because when whatever data we are getting, whatever data we are sending to the chip, first of all we have to save that data in the memory, then only we can send it to the chips. Okay, first of all whatever data we are getting, whatever data we are giving to the chip for any operation, that operation may be your arithmetic operation, may be your logical operation, any operation, first of all we have to save the given data in a particular memory device, then we can send it. Okay, so here memory can access the input device. Then finally, whenever the operation is completed, the output is obtained, then your next step, the output data will save in your memory. After that, the output device will display the data on the screen, and we will find the output. Okay, so here memory also accessing your output device, so it can work for input device and it can work for your output device. So it is your bidirectional unit. Okay, but your input device and output device is your unidirectional, and your memory unit is your bidirectional. Clear? This much. And फिर से डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. Components of microprocessor. Your microprocessor typically consists of register, arithmetic logical unit, timing control circuit. Okay, and register work is your it is a temporary storage device, and your arithmetic logic unit perform all the mathematical operation, and your timing and circuit unit always helps other device to working together at a right time sequence. Okay, it always help to do any function, or it always helps the other devices to do any function at a particular timing sequence and working together. Okay, then your output device, and your three devices are, what are the devices? Input device, output device, and memory device. Okay, and your input device is used to give the input data to the microprocessor. Output is used to provide the result of the function, or a result of the which program we are executing, that result of that function on the displaying screen. And your memory device is always used to store the data, and it is always bidirectional, because the memory device can access to the input device and it also accept access to the output device, so it is bidirectional. Okay, for today's class this much. And अगर ये क्लास आप लोग को अच्छा लगा, देन ज़रूर मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में बताइएगा. अगर कुछ भी डाउट रहा तो भी आप लोग बताइएगा, देन मैं कोशिश करूँगी नेक्स्ट क्लास ये आप लोग का डाउट मैं कमेंट सेक्शन में क्लियर कर सकती हूँ. अगर वीडियो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पसंद आया तो मेरे चैनल को लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. देन नेक्स्ट चैप्टर हम लोग पढ़ेंगे नेक्स्ट क्लास में. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. जय हिंद.